Have you ever been on a family road trip or late-night drive staring at the stars in a Chevy station wagon? These cars are such an important part of American culture, but which ones have really stuck with us over time? Check out our list as we count down the top 7 most amazing Chevy station wagons of all time. Number 7. 1960 Chevrolet Brookwood. At number 7, we have the 1960 Chevrolet Brookwood, a vintage station wagon that was really popular among car fans. It's special because it has a unique design and cool features. This Chevy model is part of the larger lineup that came with different engine options. The first one was a straight 6 that produced 135 horsepower. Pretty impressive. If you wanted more power though, there were 2 other options: the powerful 348 V8 or fuel-injected 283 V8. Depending on what model and customization features you wanted for your car, the type of engine would vary. And it had 3 different transmission choices too. The standard option was a 3-speed manual column shift, which many other cars also used. Some fancy versions of the Brookwood came with better transmissions like the Turbo 350 or even a Tremec Super Magnum 6-speed manual that were added by people who customized their own cars. Plus, it could fit up to 9 people in the bigger models. This made it super practical for lots of passengers or big families on road trips. When it came to the inside of this car, comfort and usefulness were top priorities. You could choose between cozy vinyl or soft cloth seats, so everyone could get comfy. Plus, there was a cool, old-school dashboard with regular gauges. Plus, things like an electric back window made driving even easier. On the outside of this car, you'll notice its long hood, cool fins sticking out, and wraparound windshield, which all give it an awesome look. The cool thing is that the 1960 Chevrolet Brookwood station wagon is often regarded as one of the best Chevy station wagons. People love it for its unique style, versatility, and rareness. Not many of them were made. The 2-door version in particular is super hard to find. There were only 14,663 made back then, so collectors really want one now. Number 6. 1971 Chevrolet Kingswood Estate. Up next, we have the 1971 Chevrolet Kingswood Estate, a really cool and classic large station wagon that's perfect for big families. This car was mainly fitted with powerful V8 engines. You could choose from a 350 cubic inch V8 engine that had a 2-barrel carburetor and produced about 250 horsepower. If you wanted something bigger, there were 2 other options. The first was a 5-chambered 400 cubic inch engine, and the second option, a 454, packed an even greater punch of around 217 horsepower. The Kingswood Estate also comes with an automatic transmission called Turbo Hydromatic, making driving this beauty super smooth and easy. One really neat thing about this wagon is that it can seat up to 9 people. Perfect if you got a big family or want to take your friends on an adventure. Inside, there are options for what kind of seats you'd like, cloth or vinyl, and plenty of space to stash all your stuff. Plus, it even came with a radio so you could jam out while cruising down the road. Now let's talk about the outside of this beauty. It had a classic egg crate grille and was designed with a long, smooth body that you often saw on bigger cars from that time. If people wanted to add some extra charm to their car, they could choose wood grain trim as an option, which made it look more nostalgic and fancier at once. To make it even cooler for buyers who really wanted something personal, there were many different colors available too. Number 5. 1975 Chevrolet Malibu Classic Estate. The 1975 Malibu Classic had different options for engines you could choose from. The basic one was a straight 6 engine with 250 cubic inches, which did pretty well in your everyday driving needs. But if you were looking for more oomph, there was also an option to get the V8 engine with either 350 or even bigger. The Malibu was also equipped with an automatic transmission, which made driving it smooth and easy. Inside, the Malibu Classic was a roomy ride that could fit up to 6 people comfortably. It was a car made to give you both comfort and style. The seats were notched at the back and could be covered in either cloth or vinyl, giving everyone who rode inside a cozy feeling. If that wasn't enough for us highly discerning drivers out there though, we also got optional swiveling bucket seats available that added even more luxury to our rides. On the outside, it had a special grille with vertical stripes and shiny trim around the headlights, which gave it an old-school yet fresh look that people loved. The 2-door version of this car also featured cool opera windows and even optional vinyl roofs to make it more attractive. If you really wanted to customize your ride back then, you could add some colorful striping on the body or fancy wheel covers too. Plus, the wheels included standard steel ones, but you have options to upgrade them if you want something fancier like alloy wheels instead. Number 4. 1991 Chevrolet Caprice Wagon. Coming in at number 4 on our list is the 1991 Chevrolet Caprice Wagon. This classic station wagon represents an important time in American car history and has a lot of cool features to check out. The Caprice wagon had two engine options. The first one was a 5-liter V8 that made 230 horsepower and could produce up to 255 pounds of torque. Pretty strong, right? But it wasn't the strongest option available. There was also a more powerful version with a bigger engine, a whopping 5.7 liters in size. This second choice gave you even more power at 245 horses and an impressive torque capacity of up to 345 pounds. But what good is all this potential if your transmission can't handle it well? No worries there, because the standard automatic 4-speed on the Caprice wagon worked like butter when shifting gears smoothly without any issues or jerks while driving around town or cruising down highways during long trips away from home. You'll definitely make heads turn when driving this bad boy around town, as it measures 202.5 inches long, 76 inches wide, and 60.9 inches tall. With all that space, there should be no problem fitting 8 passengers comfortably inside while still having enough room for cargo too. One awesome feature that everyone will appreciate: the fuel tank capacity tops off at 22 gallons, meaning you won't have any trouble traveling far distances without filling up often along your route. Plus, with all the extra cargo space provided by the wagon design, everybody's stuff fits easily, making road trips easier than ever before. The Caprice wagon is really comfy and handy inside. You can add extra seats in the back if you need them. The interior looks fancy with nice fabric on the seats, simulated wood on the dashboard, and thicker carpeting to make it super quiet when you drive. There's air conditioning for hot days, power windows to easily open and close them without much effort, and a great sound system so your favorite tunes can play while driving around town. On the outside of this cool wagon, it has that classic American style, with a long front end and tons of room in the back for all your stuff. Plus, there's even some neat-looking fake wood trim along its sides, giving off an old-school vibe from time past. It's what people used to call woodies way back when station wagons were popular. Plus, you could also upgrade your wheels later if you wanted more personality while cruising around town or taking trips out into nature. Number 3. Chevrolet Chevelle Wagon. Now let's talk about the Chevrolet Chevelle Wagon. It was made from 1971 to 1977 and is part of the Chevelle family that Chevy created. People love this car because it looks great, goes fast, and you can fit a lot of stuff in it. Perfect for road trips. The cool thing is that you could pick what kind of body style you wanted. There were coupes with 2 doors, sedans with 4 doors, or convertibles where the top comes off, or station wagons, kind of like an SUV. The wagon version wasn't as big or heavy as other wagons, so driving it was easier. The Chevelle wagon had different types of engines during its production. In 1971, you could choose between a 6-cylinder or V8 engine. The awesome ones were the 396 and 454 cubic inch engines. By 77, they didn't have as many options, so the main option was a V8 at around 350 cubic inches, which produces roughly around 170 horsepower. When talking about the inside of the Chevelle wagon, it was made to be comfy and useful for families. You could choose from different seats like buckets or center console ones in higher models. The dashboard changed over time, with some having wood grain stripes while other had white accent stripes. But what's really cool is that this wagon has tons of space for all your stuff, so you can take road trips without worrying about fitting everything in. Now let's check out how it looks on the outside. The outside look of the Chevelle wagon changed a lot while it was being made. The version from 1971 had more square and sharp edges, not round like before. In 1977, they made some new changes to how the front grille looks, making it fancier than before. They also designed special lights for the back that are easy to notice, called tail lights. These wagons were smaller than other big ones you might see on roads, in fact about 10 inches shorter. Because of this lighter weight, they could be driven around curves more easily and felt smoother when driving them on daily errands or trips with family and friends. Number 2. Chevrolet Impala Wagon. Do you love classic American cars that combine space, great performance, and stylish design? Then you'll definitely appreciate the Chevrolet Impala wagon produced between 1965 and 1970. It belongs to a generation of Impalas which was a huge commercial success and still remains popular among car enthusiasts today. Plus, it comes in exciting body styles including 2-door hardtops, 4-door sedans, as well as unique wagons with seating configurations for 2 or 3 passengers available. With an impressive wheelbase of around 119 inches and a total length reaching up to 203 inches, this wagon offers plenty of room for all your luggage while making sure everyone's got more than enough space to travel comfortably too. When it comes to the engine choices, you could pick different engines from the wagon like the V8s. One was called the 283 cubic inch, which had about 195 horsepower on it. The other was way stronger, the 327 cubic inch, which can produce up to 350 horsepower. In 1965, they added another engine choice, this time with even more power, the humongous-sounding 396 cubic inch. By 1970, there were new extra big options too, including something known as Turbojet 454, capable of producing almost 390 horsepower. When it comes to the inside of an Impala wagon, you'll find plenty of room and cozy seats decked out in nice materials. The dashboard has all sorts of buttons for things like air conditioning and radios if you choose those options. Plus, there's lots of space in the back so families or road trip enthusiasts can pack up all their stuff with ease. Just fold down those rare seats. Plus, they had a really smooth and curvy design on the outside with shiny chrome accents. In front, there was a unique grille and big bumpers that wrapped around to keep it safe. In 1969, they updated it with ventless windows too. You could choose different colors for your car so it would look exactly how you wanted it to, but everyone recognized those three-part lights in the back that made its shape stand out. Number 1. Chevrolet Nomad. The Chevrolet Nomad was a really cool car made from 1955 to 1957. It had 2 doors and looked like an old-fashioned station wagon but with some fancy upgrades inside. There were different engines you could choose from depending on the year it was made. The first one in 1955 wasn't too powerful, only producing about 162 horsepower. But by the end of production, there were options for super powerful engines that gave off up to almost 340 horsepower. When it came to picking how fast you wanted your car to go, there were 2 main options, a 3-speed manual or a smoother ride with a fancy 2-speed Power Glide automatic. This lets drivers switch up their style and enjoy driving just the way they like it. When we talk about the inside of this beauty, it can hold 6 people very comfortably and has fancy decorations just like Bel Air. The seats are made with soft cloth material that looks really nice, and there's also carpeting which adds to its elegance. It's an old wagon type of car, but still manages to look luxurious. You can fold down the back seat if you need more space for things you want to carry around, because this wagon offers lots of room in addition to great practicality features. On the outside, it reminds us of sporty Corvette cars with shiny chrome parts along with sharp tail fins on a smooth silhouette body design. Did you enjoy watching this video? If so, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content. Also, give the video a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you.